Good morning. Well, it's Wednesday today, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we've had our first frost. And to me, that sort of signifies the end of the autumn and beginning of winter. It's a time where we get a chance to knock all those weeds back and, you know, really get some work done on the plots. A lot of people tend to just use their plots sort of between March and August, September times. I for one are sort of an all-rounder. You know, I'm here every single week of the month and every month of the year. Plots are in a massive mess at the moment, mainly because we've got so much work to do. You guys know the sort of problems we've had over the year, and I'm just going to give you a quick look around, and so you can see what it's like. And today we're going to hack on with the other shed. We're going to get the felt on the other shed and tidy the plot up a little bit. We've got an old playhouse in that shed that we're going to set up for the ducks, as well as an extra sort of room that we're going to keep. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give a spin around, and maybe we'll come back to you later on today, but you'll see the state on the place at the moment. So if I just loosen you off, down here you'll see all the crap and stuff that we've already bagged up, and it's ready to go down the tip. And over there we've got still got that big massive mound of earth dumped behind the shed, which got to be moved. That came from when we was doing the polytunnel, if you remember, guys. Next, even though we've had this massive frost last night, I mean, you can still see it up on the polytunnel. If I raise up, there's still frost up there, but the strawberries are okay at the moment, but they're not going to last much longer as far as this goes. We're going to have to start cutting these back and things like that. But I'm trialing something at the moment. We took a lot of runners via the method of just holding down the plant into an additional pot, as you can see down there and over there. However, we've got so many runners on here, I don't really want to waste them if I can help it, but I just haven't got time to allow them to grow into pots and things like that. And we've been limited on space around this area for putting extra pots and things, although we've taken over 200 runners off it. We want to plant another one up next year, and any runners I've got left over I want to give to friends. So I trialled something earlier on in the week. I'm not sure what the results going to be on, but basically just cutting the runners off and throwing them into a little tub of water to see if they'd actually root at that point. If they root like that, we can then just put them straight into a pot and plant them on. And that being the case, we can cut all the runners off this thing here, chuck them into a bucket and just leave them root that way. We can put it in the polytunnel out of the way, and once they've rooted we can pot them up, and that way we can save them all. All those containers, as you know, have been IBC containers, have been washed out ready for use, and we've got a load of wood there. A lot of that's going to go back down the house because we need to build a section in the road chut, so we need some of that timber down there. I do have some more timber for another one of these strawberry beds, and we're going to be doing that over the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to take you through every step of the way, because we've had a lot of people asking about the strawberry bed, because you get a huge amount of strawberries out of a very small space. So we're going to build another one by its side. We're going to have a little path between the two of them, and I'm going to take you through that step by step. At the top up here, as you're aware, there's loads of junk and stuff on where we trimmed it the other day, but that's going to enable us to get the pond and stuff sorted. Some of these beds are already been dug, and they're ready to sort of have their compost and things like that added. Oh, one thing I want to talk about, this bed that we used for carrots this year, basically that bed there was those Pelly mix bags. If I scan around I'll show you. Was those Pelly mix bags there. We've always used that as a carrot bed for one reason only, is because I dug it a lot deeper, and I'm going to dig it even deeper this year. But what we got asked, when I keep mentioning it being the carrot bed, a number of you have left comments with regards to whether we rotate or not. Rotation is really important on a plot, guys. I want to emphasize that. However, we use that bed for carrots continuously, but we do change the compost that's in there. That will all get taken out of there and put onto the other beds and dug in, and then carrots will be grown in there from brand new pelly mix bags that will be delivered next week. So we will do exactly the same as we've done this year. We'll break them down through the trommel. So if you think, oh, he's grown carrots in the same place over and over and over again, that's the reason why. It's only because that bed is much deeper than the others. It needs a bit of repair at the moment, which we're going to do as well, but that is the reason why they're always growing there. For some reason the carrot flies seem to stay away from that area, and also it's a deep bed, so all we do is dig out all our compost out there, chuck it on the other beds and dig it in, and then we'll add fresh into that. And that is the reason. And I'm saying fresh, this is not brand new compost. These are pelly mix bags that have been used to grow tomatoes in, so they're not full of nutrients which will cause carrots to split and things like that. And it's very fine. So that's the reason for that, guys. Okay, at the back there you can see, let's see if I can scan in for you, a massive compost heap. Okay, so we've got to chop all of that up and mix it in and everything else, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it, and then I'll put it back in the compost bins that we're going to build behind the polytunnel. We still got the two that are behind that, look, but they're not full at the moment. If I just scroll back out, this section we've got to dig over. However, we do have purple sprouting broccoli that we thought we'd lost, and it seemed to have come back, so we're going to stake those because they're getting quite lanky, and what have you. Got a couple of changes going on here. Obviously this bean poles need to be moved now. We're going to lift the path that's this side of them, and we're going to make a raised bed there, and the bean poles are going to go where that yellow hoop is, just here. So we're just moving the beans up section, and we're going to put another bed in there. That was the pumpkin bed this year. Okay, obviously that'll all change. We've got a load of timber there we've got to get rid of, and we've got some repairs we need to make to the polytunnel. We've got some sand and stuff in here that we took out to the old play pit for the kids. So this bed here, guys, is just full of old crap. I'm saying old crap, it's all pelly mix bags, all compost, things like that. We're going to weed it, and we're going to get this bed ready as well for growing. And we've got a lot of weeding through the paths and things. The paths are going to all be renewed this year. We're going to put down some new terrain and bark chip over the top of them when we can get deliveries of bark chip. So there's a lot going on here at the moment. It's a mess, but this is the time of year to have a mess. You know, you want to get it off, you know, scrap it down to exactly what you want, and get ready for March, so it's all perfect. And that's my plan over the next few months, and obviously I'll take you through what we're going to do, when we're going to do it. One other thing I want to say is that I've seen some videos of people, and they've left their old plants in situ and things like that, and they say they can't be bothered to clean them out, and they're going to do it in January or February. Guys, please don't do that, because that will just harbour all of the bugs, the diseases, and the slugs and snails. They've got shelter throughout the winter. Scrape it all back, get it back down to bare soil ready, so that the cold can get in there and kill off a lot of the disease and slugs and snails and things like that, or you're going to be battling next year. Guys, earlier on I was talking about using Turan in the past. The reason we're having all this problem with weed and things like that coming back through the cut grass and things is because of this. This is the weed membrane that I had on a roll that we laid down in some of our other videos. It's only been just over a year, but look at the cut grass that's come through it. It's just absolutely useless stuff. So get the heavy duty woven stuff if you're going to do something like this. Save yourself money, even though it's more expensive to buy. In the long run it'll save you money, because you'll end up buying it anyway and you'll have wasted your money on this stuff like I did. And it will save you a lot of time. I'm only digging out the bottom of this bed where I put this down and it's already gone. So get the proper stuff, guys. It really is worth it. Well guys, that's that empty. We now have a, excuse me being out of breath, a big mound of compost, which we'll dig into that bed now. We'll also add new compost to it as well, but carrots and parsnips and things don't really take huge amounts of nutrients, so there'll still be a bit in there. The bed, I'll see if I can get you a bit closer, excuse me a sec. As you can see now, the bed's nice and empty, and now scan you out. What we can do now is replace this sideboard and this sideboard, because they're both broken. They've been broken since I put them in there, but it's time now that they got sorted, so they'll come out, be replaced. It'll be dug a little bit deeper, and then it'll be refilled with Pelly mix bags ready for next year's carrots. Okay, well, as you can see, that bed is now full, and over the winter now that'll get compacted down a little bit and we'll dig it in. We will add more compost to that as well. It probably won't be our own, because we haven't rotted it down quick enough and we've got so much to fill. But we'll do what we can. I'm going to take, excuse me spinning you, I'm going to take all the weed out of this soil that's stacked behind there, and that'll end up in the beds as well, or some of the new beds at least. And also around here we've got a load of spoil to take from, and that'll be weeded and also put into the beds. So that's that. So that's the reason we don't rotate the carrots from that position, guys. Okay, we chuck it out of there because we want a nice deep bed, but we're going to make that a bit deeper as well this year. We've pulled out the pea fence. You can see it on the back, two things there. We've just laid it down there. That was in the back here. Okay, we've pulled that out. That one over there is also going to be coming out, and like I said, we're going to have a new bed down there, and we will find new locations for the peas. It might even come across this new bed here around the back here. Maybe we'll do a double one or something like that. Anyway, I'll come back to you when we've got some more to show you. I thought you guys would like to know how those two little ducklings are getting on. As you can see, they've grown tons. They're now the size of the hen that hatched them out. They have been out mixing with the others. They're getting on really well. So while I'm in here today now, I'm going to be letting them out and they can have a little run around with the rest of them. But the next job for today is to build a new playhouse. I don't know if you're going to make it out here, but bear me a second. Over there against the fence, I've got a new playhouse, guys. Bear me a second. There you go. I've got a new playhouse. It was given to us. We were going to use it for at home, but it's been sat in that shed and I had water leaking on it all winter, so it's not suitable for that now. However, it'll be ideal for the ducks, you know, rather than sharing with the chickens and things. So even though we've got 4 different coops, we're going to build this up, and it's going to be placed, wait a second, down there. And the reason for that is, although it's downhill slightly, all the water drains into the plot below. We're going to raise it up on a couple of pallets, and we're going to try and get it, you know, a flattish base there, and put it down by there. Anyway, I'll come back to you as we get on with the build. Right, we need to make a slight repair now to this left hand panel. It's rotten, so this is what we've got to do. The only problem is this is slightly thicker, but there's not a lot I can do about that. Struggle with screws, I think. I think we need to get some nails instead. Well, guys, it's gone very, very windy here now. It's about, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock, I should imagine. It's gone windy, cold and horrible. But we've got the new duck house together. It's up on a couple of pallets. We've had to make some repairs. We've had to put a new piece in along here. We'll paint this now. It didn't have any windows in the side, so we've put some polythene on it for now, and we'll put some trim around it just to make sure it doesn't move. We need to cut a vent in the top up here and on the other side, but I'll do that again. And again on this side, more polythene. But considering we haven't paid for it, you know, it'll be alright when it's all painted and stuff. I've adapted the door, so we've cut out a square there, and we've put these sort of hinges on. I don't know if you can see them. You just spin them around and it'll allow you to open the door. Excuse all the junk in there, but I don't know if you can see this, but that's a fair old size duck pen there for the ducks, and we can shut the top and leave the bottom one open, so they can get in and out. So when there's vents in there now, that'll be ideal for them. we'll build a little ramp there now, and that's up off the floor then, which is good. So we'll chuck some sawdust and some hay in there today for them, and I'll get a little ramp built there when they get a chance, but they should be able to get up there even if we have to put a slab there for now. So that's that job done. On to the next one. Okay, there's a little temporary ramp for them, and inside we've got obviously some shavings and some hay, so they should nice and comfortable in there. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Right, seems to be a bit of interest already. All the ducks are making their way down there. Chickens are in there having a look what's going on. So just wondering if any of the ducks are going to push the chickens out of the way now, realise it's their new home. Well, they all seem very interested in what's going on down there anyway. Hi guys, well it's now 3:30. It's very dark, cold, and it started raining here, but we've got a felt on the shed also. I think it's going to rain heavy now at the moment. It's very black above us, but that's the shed done. So as you can see, it's extremely black above us, so I think that's going to be it for today. Yeah, so we've got a lot done today. We've got the shed felted, we've got the duck house built, and that felted as well, and the ducks are using that now. We've got the carrot bed all dug out, a lot of the frames up, stuff on the other bed, so we've done quite a bit today. But the weather's beating us and it's getting very cold, and I think I've been up here since more or less sort of 8:30 this morning, and so I think it's time to call it a day. It's now it's now 4:45. Tina's working tonight, so I need to tidy up. I'll probably be here now for another 20 minutes, half hour, just locking everything up and tidying up, and I'll go home, and while Tina's in work tonight I'll get this one edited and online for you guys to watch. Oh yeah, we also, let's see if I can turn you. We also pulled out all of the pea netting is there, over there, look, which is now starting to show where our bed is going to be. In fact, I'll see if I can get a close-up of that view. So you can just about see the size that the bed will be between them two paths. We lift this sort of area here was where the other path was, and those blocks are now all stacked up there. So we've done that as well. We're getting on. So it's now starting to get everything sorted. Anyway, that's it from me today, and I will see you very shortly. Thanks guys, bye.